because in Philippians 1 and 12, he says everything that I go through is for the sake for the gospel. And what am I saying to you today is that the pain you enduring is not retribution, it's not punishment, it's not God paying you back, but it's for the sake of the gospel. Can you believe that? The reason why you're going through what you're going through is for the sake of the gospel.
He says, for therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith. He says, as it is written, the just shall live by how much they give. The just shall live by how much they shout. The just shall live by how good they perpetrate. No, that ain't what it said. It said the just shall live by faith. Oh, hallelujah to God. And as Paul writes this, he jumps down to verse 19. He says, and the problem is this. He says, many of us, we've known God and we've seen him manifested, for he have shown himself to us. He says, but the problem is, even though we have seen him, we still don't believe that he's able.
I mean, Paul went through a whole lot. Matter of fact, if you looked at Paul's resume, you would find that it says something like this. He worked at Cyprus. He was exerted at Persia. He was stoned at Iconium. He was left for dead at Lystra. He was antagonized at Athens. He was bombarded at Berea. He was confused at Corinth. He was misunderstood at Macedonia. He was threatened at Thessalonica. He was whipped at Jerusalem. He was locked up at Philippi. He was shipwrecked at Crete. And he was snake-bitten at Melite. But in the midst of everything that he went through, he still stood firm and said, I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, because it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth. Paul said, I can't give up now, because I know that if God brings me to it, he got to bring me through it.
And God had to correct me. Wait a minute. You got this thing out of order. Pay attention to your wife. Pay attention to your children. The church is going to be fine. When you take care of my business, I'll take care of your business. God had to let me know, get this thing right. You can shout folk left and right, but your family is in disarray. The devil is a liar. I had to grow up and become a husband. See, I ain't got no problem putting myself on the chopping block. Why? Because I'm delivered now. When you get delivered, you ain't got no problem talking about where you come from. Why? Because I'm not in that place no more. I got dominion. Don't worry. Be not dismayed. Whatever betide, God will. Anybody know he will? Slap your neighbor and say, I know he will. I know he will. I know he will. I know God will. How do you know? Because he did it in my life. Somebody open your mouth and say, Lord, I thank you.